This is Devontae Chisholm reading for Jordan Ramey and Gabe Gerwin. Assassin's Creed Valhalla's main story may take around 60 hours to complete, but that doesn't mean Eivor's adventures are done just yet. Dawn of Ragnarok, the game's newest DLC, is a 35-hour adventure that sees Eivor stepping into the shoes of Odin once more, and changes the Assassin's Creed formula in fun new ways. Here's everything you need to know about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dawn of Ragnarok. In AC Valhalla, the Asgard and Jotunheim sagas conclude with Havi, aka Odin, learning that there's no way for them to physically survive Ragnarok. However, they can undergo an experimental procedure to be born again. That's where Assassin's Creed sages come from. We come to discover the sages are actually Isu from Havi's time that go on to be reborn as humans. Knowing that they and their allies will be reborn following Ragnarok, Havi faces the coming end of the world, and Dawn of Ragnarok picks up there, with Havi seeking out their son Balder, who has been kidnapped and imprisoned within the realm of dwarves, a land that has been consumed by war ahead of Ragnarok. Havi's quest will see them once again face the frost giants of Jotunheim, but this time they'll go up against a more fiery foe, Surtur. Though the expansion takes place after the events of Asgard and Jotunheim sagas, you'll be able to jump into Dawn of Ragnarok even if you haven't completed those storylines. The developer, Ubisoft Sofia, told GameSpot that it has taken special care to make sure that new players will be just as engaged with the narrative as those that have completed Valhalla. Adding to this, when we asked the Ubisoft Montreal why Dawn of Ragnarok was made DLC instead of a standalone title, it responded, quote, "The team has made efforts to make all content be more accessible to players, expansions included, so they can explore the world of Valhalla not unlike a theme park. We wanted players to be able to choose which saga they embark on, be it England, Ireland, Francia, and now the Realm of Dwarves. Expansions 1 and 2 focused more on the Viking facet of Valhalla and explored Eivor as a character under different circumstances. Now, Dawn of Ragnarok feels like the other side of the coin, where we go deeper into the Norse mythology and more so into Odin/Havi's backstory." The studio went on to say, quote, "Given how important Norse mythology was to the Vikings' everyday life, we felt Dawn of Ragnarok needed to be included in Assassin's Creed Valhalla." In this game, you'll be exploring the mythical dwarven realm of Svartalheim, a region that's only accessible via Valka, Ravensthorpe's seer, in a similar manner to Asgard and Jotunheim in the game's main campaign. This land, historically said to be ruled by dwarves, has seen the native communities scattered into hiding spots to avoid destruction and forced labor. Ubisoft Sofia has avoided the common trope of having buff, bearded dudes with Scottish accents for this role, instead depicting the dwarves as a slightly smaller human-like race. The dev also noted that Ragnarok's map is 1/3 the size of Valhalla's England. In Dawn of Ragnarok, Odin has a number of special abilities that weren't available during Valhalla's other mythical excursions. Acquirable through a new skill tree, these abilities include the power of the Raven, which lets Odin temporarily turn into a bird to quickly scale mountains or get the drop on enemies, as well as the appearance-changing power of Muspelheim. Another one of these abilities is Power of Rebirth, a skill that when activated temporarily turns anyone Odin kills into an ally. Use it at an opportune time, such as when you're facing an enormous number of enemies, and you can change the fight from being a lost cause into an all-out slaughter in your favor. You do have to choose carefully though, however, as only a few of these abilities can be equipped at a time. Their use is also tied to a new resource, Hugr, which you can get from enemies, certain objects in the environment, and shrines, though the latter option requires a sacrifice of health in order to do so.
Yggdrasil always provides.
This give and take balancing of these powers looks like it will be most interesting in Dawn of Ragnarok's combat arenas. These gauntlets provide extra challenges in exchange for ever increasing rewards tied to their difficulty. Ubisoft Sofia told GameSpot, quote, "We wanted to really make a difference in all players' gameplay, no matter if they like face-to-face combat, stealthily taking out the opposition, exploring the realm of dwarves in search of the dwarves' ancient secrets and mystery, or solving puzzles to get the valuable treasure. The powers let Odin reach inaccessible locations, give them new stealth opportunities, let them traverse the world in a different manner, and lay devastation on the forces of Jotunheim and Muspelheim." Alongside the mythical abilities, Odin also has an entirely new weapon type in Dawn of Ragnarok, the Atgir. Based on the Vikings' own spear but resembling something out of Monster Hunter, it's a powerful two-handed weapon with its own combo system. It's also capable of delivering powerful blows into the ground as well as swift attacks to take out several enemies.
Did my tale please you, Valkyrie?
Dawn of Ragnarok is coming from Ubisoft Sofia, the lead studio for Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, Assassin's Creed Rogue, and Assassin's Creed Origins: The Curse of the Prophets DLC. Giles Armstrong is senior scriptwriter for Dawn of Ragnarok, and his work includes being lead writer on Destruction All-Stars and a writer for Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Assassin's Creed Valhalla Dawn of Ragnarok releases on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Stadia, and PC on March 10th. And even though it's the size of a full game, this is still considered DLC and will only cost you $40, $15 more than Wrath of the Druids and The Siege of Paris. And there you have it, everything you need to know about Assassin's Creed Valhalla Dawn of Ragnarok. If you're excited to play this massive expansion, make sure to let us know in the comments below. We'll have more videos about the game once it launches, including our review, so make sure you're subscribed so you get notified when it becomes available.